As you saw in the title, we're going to talk about why you should never buy a primary residence in your 20s. Everyone loves real estate. Everyone wants to buy that house. Everyone wants to do the American dream. This opinion is a bit unconventional and it goes against traditional wisdom and it's a bit controversial. So before I upset you and before you click off and say, oh, I hate Trent, give me 5 minutes to explain and make sure to like this video and subscribe below before you get too mad at me. It also really helps the channel. So guys, the main reason why you're not going to want to buy a house in your 20s, and I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I applied for a loan. I started looking at houses, I ran the numbers and realized it was not a smart decision for me. But pretty much guys, buying a house with debt, the average person buying a house as of Q1 in 2019 withdrew about $200,000, went into $200,000 worth of debt. Debt is a bad thing, and if you don't know that, you're going to have to watch more of my videos. Unless you're buying debt to try and produce more income. But buying a house is not an asset, guys. A lot of people think buying that house is an asset. It will make them money. They're going to get rich. They have safety, security. That's not the case, guys. That's middle class thinking. Buying a house is a liability. You do not want liabilities. Going in debt, you have a liability. A liability is essentially something holding you down, something you're under law that you must fulfill. If you're a sports fan and think about when a cornerback in football, the defense goes out and the backup comes in, they say, wow, that guy's a liability out there. That is a bad thing. Liabilities are bad. That means you are at risk. That means you are in danger. And that's not where you want to be. Buying a house with debt is a liability. Many of you may be thinking and dreamt of buying a house in your 20s, and more power to you. You should do that if that's what you want. But let me share my strategy with you guys. Let me share what I'm trying to do in my approach so that you guys can really question the validity of it and decide, is that something I want to pursue? How does that compare and contrast to what I'm doing today? So my strategy, guys, is first and foremost, I'm 25, making over 6 figures, and doing well in software sales. And my strategy is to limit all liabilities. Liabilities are really being responsible for owing someone something by law. That can typically be debt or a loan. So what are bad liabilities? Bad liabilities in my eyes are buying a house, buying a car. You guys aren't gonna like this, but buying a pet. I'm gonna make another video on this, but buying a dog is just, I don't think, a good idea. A lot of people will say, oh, you can't quantify the emotional attachment. I get that, but I don't think it's a good idea. Liabilities, you guys get that, just not taking out any bad debt. And then on the flip side, what am I proactively doing? I'm proactively trying to build my skill set every day. I'm working in a knowledge-based job and industry doing tech sales, and that's something I can continue to master and will make me more valuable. Secondly, guys, I'm being super disciplined with saving my money and investing. Every dollar that comes in, guys, either goes towards my expenses, which are fixed each month, or I'm investing it completely. I'm buying stocks, I'm buying equities. That's what you want to be doing, guys, so you can incrementally grow over time. And if you know what you're looking at, you can actually start to rapidly grow your net worth by doing that. Being really disciplined with that. And then last, guys, and this is the most important, I am focused on building an asset. Many people think a house is an asset. A house is a liability if you're buying with debt. That is not an asset. An asset is something you own, and a lot of people want passive income. How do you accomplish that? You need something that produces you income while you sleep. So something that you don't actively have to be working towards. For example, if you work 10 hours in the factory, you get paid $10 an hour, $100. That is not passive. Passive income is making YouTube videos, doing the work up front, making a course, doing a podcast, doing a blog, something that you enjoy, you do the work up front, you're building the asset, and eventually you get to a point where it will start producing revenue for you. Given, you need to get enough attention on that given asset. For example, online, the model is money follows attention. So unless you guys like this content, unless you guys like my channel, unless you guys are interacting and engaging with the videos, then it's never gonna produce income and it's not gonna go anywhere. And it will just be for me to look back one day and say, I wonder what you were thinking as a 25-year-old, Trent. It will be funny to go back and look at this and maybe I end up buying a house, who knows, but I'm not gonna do it in my 20s. But you guys should be focused on building an asset, whatever that looks for you. You should be completely disciplined in your savings, growing your skills, making your money, of course, investing in your relationships, socially and family, working out, giving your body the attention it deserves, and your mind. but you need to be building an asset so that when you look back in your early 30s or 35, it's going to be too late, guys. You're going to have a family, you're going to have kids running around, and it's going to be too late. Now is the time in your early 20s not to be thinking about houses, but to be thinking about how can you make yourself more valuable in the marketplace so that you can increase your income potential. If you're still with me, really appreciate it. But I am totally in favor of buying a house with debt if you have the intention of renting it out, because hopefully you can get positive cash flow and they can pay down your mortgage with you not having to do anything. It is a bit risky, but honestly, I think it's an okay idea. It's something I've been thinking about doing. It just takes such a big down payment, and also I don't want to be stuck in a given area. But doing that with a house, I think is a good idea. Buying a house to live in, primary residence, not such a good idea. So I'm going to cap the video there, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I know this opinion is a little bit different than what most think. So I want you guys to point out anything that you agree or disagree with and really what your strategy is right now in your 20s. Most of you guys are male, 18 to 35. Some of you may have already bought a house. So if you've already bought a house, let me know. Why did you buy a house? How does that play into your overall strategy in your next 5 moves? But once again, thanks so much for watching, guys. Your support is really what fuels this channel and my desires and dreams of hopefully making money from this channel one day. I was visualizing last night. I'm at about 485 subscribers. And I was visualizing last night. I closed my eyes and I thought, in 3 years, on December 6th, 2023, I'm going to have 484,000 subscribers. I saw it in my head, guys. And we'll see if it actually plays out, but it starts with a vision, and if you don't believe it, it's never going to happen. So that's what I'm projecting. That's what I think is going to happen. It may even be more by that point. In 3 years, you never know what could happen, but you just got to stick with it, and this is my asset, guys. You guys are a part of the asset, so thanks for joining this journey with me. Let's keep riding it together, guys. I want to help you guys become more successful. That's the only way I'll become more successful, so let me know how I can help, and as always, we'll see you guys later. Bye.